This is the Chronos Deluxe SSD from Mushkin. It is a SATA3 2.5-inch SSD, and it comes in a box that's so big that it could be a 3.5-inch SSD. Because remember, the bigger the box it comes in, the more performance it has, right guys? Alright, the Chronos SSD series is a great leap forward using the SATA3 protocol to provide 6 GB per second superhighway for data, coupled with the solid-state drives. Chronos SSDs will redefine the word fast. Yes, I know I skipped every other line, but you guys pretty much know what they were going to say anyway. This one in particular is the 120 gig drive, although it is available in other capacities, including a 240 gig drive. And what is special about this particular drive? Well, I would love to tell you that, but why don't we start with the unboxing portion first. So we have a 2.5 to 3.5 inch adapter, and I've seen this particular adapter a number of times with a number of different logos on it. Pretty standard adapter. You got your screw holes, your other more different screw holes, and then you plug it into the thing. Alright, we've got the SSD itself. We've got some mounting hardware, so you got a couple screws that'll screw into the adapter, and then you've got a whole lot of foam. So Mushkin is not taking any chances. They're making it so you could put your SSD in here, you could wrap it up in here, and you could like throw it at the wall, and you could be like the worst courier in the world, and you could kind of go like this and try to play, you know, hacky sack with the SSD, and you're gonna pull it out of this box. And there's going to be no damage to your safe SSD with an inch of foam on every side whatsoever. Alright, so let's pull out the SSD itself and let's talk specs for a little bit here. So this is a SandForce 2281 drive, which is pretty much the same controller that is being used in any SandForce SATA3 SSD at this time, but there is a difference in terms of the quality of the NAND chips that are used from one drive to another. Not to say that some are more reliable than others, but in terms of the speed, especially with random reads and writes, you do get better performance out of the Deluxe drive, which uses toggle NAND, versus the regular Chronos, which does not. So here we go, you can see the SSD itself is labeled www.mushkin.com, Chronos, SATA3, solid-state drive. On the other side, we find some more information, such as, oh look at that, they give you a firmware revision right on the drive itself. Most guys don't call out which firmware revision they're using, but looks like they do. So this is a 120 gig, SATA 6 gigabit per second. As I mentioned, it's available in other capacities. You're going to find a very standard interface on the back here. There's your SATA3 data, there's your SATA power. You're going to have all your standard mounting holes. So a lot of people have asked me to do roundups of SATA3 drives, and I will tell you guys it's kind of unnecessary because I can pretty much tell you what everything is. So the Chronos Deluxe, I'll tell you guys what it is equivalent to. It's equivalent to the Max IOPS from OCZ, and it is equivalent to the Wildfire from Patriot in terms of performance. Yes, it will perform identically to either of those drives. So if you see a Chronos, that's a good deal. Then go ahead and snap it up. You'll know what to compare it to in terms of pricing. Thank you for checking out my unboxing, and don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos.